Hey guys, I am Jamie Adcock, also known as the Running Diva Mom. I'm a running coach and personal trainer for women with a boutique fitness studio located in the Madison, Wisconsin area. Today I'm going to show you a great full body stretching routine that you can do after your runs, or they're also great for doing after a strong, hard strength training session. So let's get started on your mat. We're just going to start on our tummy, and we're going to work the triceps here. So we're going to bend at the elbows, bring the hands behind the neck, and relax the neck, looking down at your mat, pushing those elbows into the floor. The harder you push, the more you're going to feel that stretch in the shoulders, and then in the triceps in the upper arm, and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Now we're going to roll to one side and stretch out that quad in the front of the thigh. A lot of people like to do this standing up. I'm going to bring the heel to the rear, but some people really struggle with that. Either they are a little too tight or their balance isn't the best and there's not a tree or a buddy close by to hold on to. So this version on your side is great for that. Stretching out the front of that thigh there. And now we're going to release. I'm going to roll over onto the other side. And then I'm going to bring that heel into the rear, tilting the pelvis forward. And release. Now we're going to come on our tummy and then onto all fours. Now we're going to work on stretching out our hip. Really great for runners. So we're going to be on all fours in a quadruped position. My hands are underneath my shoulders, knees wide under the hips. I'm going to bring my right foot in between my hands as high as you can. It's not always easy for everyone. Now we're going to keep our right foot's there. We're going to keep the left hand, the opposite hand planted as we twist away towards that knee. Right hand up towards the ceiling of the sky. Should feel this in the right hip. Working on our balance a little bit here as well. And then come back down to center. And then back on both knees. Now bring your left foot in between your hands. Now we're going to plant the opposite hand, the right hand, and twist to the left, bringing the hand up towards the ceiling. Stretching out that left hip. And come back to center. Now we're coming on both knees. Now we're going to stretch out the inner hip, the adductors. I'm going to stay in this position on all fours, but now I'm going to bring my left foot on its side. Might seem a little awkward. We're going to bring it as high as we can towards our shoulders. So my foot is to the side of my hand on the same side. Bring it as high as you can. Higher you bring it, the more you're going to feel it. Now we're going to come back and do child's pose. So I'm bringing my rear towards my feet. And I'm going to try and keep my hand there, or my foot there out to the side. If you can't, you can feel free to drag that foot along with you. Still going to feel it in the inner thigh and the adductor. My rear is at my heels, and I'm going to stretch forward with my arms, increasing and intensifying that stretch. And then to further increase the stretch, I'm going to drop my forehead to the mat or towards my knees, keeping my foot on its side. Big breath. And relax. We're going to come back onto all fours. I'm going to do the other side. I'm bringing my right foot on its side to the side of my right shoulder and my hand. And I'm going to come back into child's pose. Try to keep that foot up there. Again, it's okay if you drag it along with your rear. Keep it up nice and high on its side. Stretch forward and then bring the forehead towards the mat. And now relax, coming back onto all fours. Now we're going to stretch out those hamstrings a little bit as if we come into a standing position. We're going to curl our toes underneath, pop up onto the toes, push our knees behind us, and try to straighten the legs. A lot of runners, especially, have tight hamstrings. We're going to drop those heels down as we walk our fingertips back to our feet. It's okay if your knees are slightly bent. And come down and either hold those ankles, pushing the knees behind you, or you can grab the elbows and rock back and forth. And come back to center. And reach up, pushing up through those heels and reach up to the ceiling or the sky. And relax. Awesome. Now we're gonna face the front here. Bring the feet wide, clasp the hands together in the front, tilt the pelvis forward and tighten the rear as you reach up to the ceiling or the sky again. Stretch out those shoulders and bend to one side while you're pushing through those heels into the ground. And back up to center. And then switch sides. And then back to center while you push through those heels. Now, bring the feet hip width apart. Flip the wrist, push away into the ceiling or the sky while you're pushing those heels into the floor and stretch out that whole body, looking up at your hands. And now bring the hands apart and down to your side. Clasp them together behind your rear. Again, we're going to stretch out the hamstrings in the back. We're going to come into flat back, bringing the rear back and chest forward. Try to push those knees behind you. And now lower the head towards the ground. And then bring the hands up and around towards the floor, stretching out those shoulders while you're stretching out the hamstrings and the back of the leg. Big breath. And now we're going to come up through the heels, tilting the pelvis forward. And now we're going to give ourselves a hug. Stretch out the shoulders and the arms. Bring one arm across your body. And now don't pull on either joint. Don't pull on the shoulder or the elbow. And now let's switch. Again, not pulling on either joint. Now we're going to let go. Swing that arm all the way around your head until you can grab the ear on the other side and pull away towards your elbow and drop the opposite shoulder to the ground, stretching out the neck. And switch. Other arm over the head. Grab the ear and pull away and drop the opposite shoulder to the ground, intensifying that stretch. And relax. That's it. That's a great 5 to 10 minute full body post-workout stretching routine, great for runners or personal training. Thanks so much for joining me and have a great workout.